got nicknamed Absent Ntegi.
He's now present. He's now present. Wish, guys. Welcome to the Dog Days podcast. Yeah, my name is Chelse Manso Sati. Yeah, aka the Yat Gandhi. And obviously, I don't come alone. I always have my man, and for that reason, I need to include the fact that he is contending Mr. Makero University Business School. Anyway, yeah, I have not come alone. I am with the man, the legend, the myth. Someone told me he's the. I want to use the right words.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to paraphrase. Someone told me he's the soda for the ladies.
Ah.
You get me. So man, if you know that the man I'm sitting with right now, yeah. Team speak for himself. Otherwise, I might go on and I might lose you people. Because once I said my part, anyway, yeah, yes, sir.
Hello, welcome, guys. It's Jafar, a heavy duty, don't have the beauty. We're here again, another episode of a Dog's Day podcast, yeah? Here to repeat it, in it to win it. Let's get it.
Yep. I speak on behalf of the audience. We need a breakdown of the words he says. We need a breakdown of the words he says. Once he starts saying heavy duty, I get lost. I don't know if it's a tactic.
The thing is, heavy papa, right?
Mm-hmm.
AKA heavy duty, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't hide the beauty.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it goes, yeah? Yeah.
So we will make a special podcast just for you to explain to us what you mean by heavy duty, what you mean by, like, we just need the full understanding of these things you keep saying, because obviously everything has its own background. So I will say what I said because
Yat Gandhi.
You get, I'm a peacemaker, you know me. Yeah, so what are we chatting about today?
Now, before we get into that, yeah? What's the nicest thing you've said to yourself?
The nicest thing? According to what? Like,
to you as a person, you know how like we throw around compliments and whatnot, right? What's the nicest thing you ever said to yourself?
The nicest thing?
Okay, the nicest compliment
thing,
yourself?
Like, I motivate myself. So I think the nicest thing I'll say to myself is the fact that I keep reminding myself I'm going to be great. Like, it's inevitable. It has to happen.
You're going to be the GOAT.
Like, it's in my name.
What's your name? Singing?
Yes.
Jenny Man?
No, singing means planet. That has to mean something.
Singing means planet?
Yes, in Uganda.
I thought it means like a Jenny Man or something.
Nah. Singing means planet.
Okay, what does Ntege mean?
Me nah know, my guy. But yeah, singing means planet. So I keep reminding myself, this name has to be worthwhile. Like, I believe in certain things. I believe in the let there be theory to an extent. I believe in respecting your tongue. I believe in the things you say have an effect on who you are. So if I keep reminding myself that my name has a meaning, yeah,
it's going to get there.
I mean, the planet is mine. If I'm named Planet, then I'm not just Earth.
That's our first, man.
So yeah, I think that's the nicest thing I tell myself. I've told myself that for like 10, 15 years. Yeah, since I still I need the meaning of the name.
That crossed my mind today, yeah? My lads. Okay, this week has been, like the past few days have been tight. Too much is going, not having that. So.
PS is a model, by the way. So for your gigs, you know me.
So like, throughout all of the time, I was a bit down. Okay, not like down on the floor, but like in that bubble sort of environment, right? So today while I was dressing up and that I look in the mirror, right? So usually I'll throw a positive affirmation. This is like a joke to myself always. So today I told myself something and I was like, what did I say? I would be your fan if you're a celebrity.
Calm. But yeah, that's a nice thing, man.
Exactly. And there's a way it got me so hyped and so mad, bro. I was living in the house and I walked out smiling and giggling for no fucking reason.
I know this is going to take us more off the rails, but now I need to ask you, now that you said that. do you have a ritual like before you're going to do something you're enthusiastic about? Like a ritual, like maybe I have to, like before I leave the house, I have to do this.
No, I don't.
You don't?
You?
But I do.
You want to share with the audience?
I always listen to music before I leave the house, like particular music.
Oh.
And I've done this like from my A levels. Like I used to listen to, I either listened to us. I don't know. These songs were like so close to me, like in high school. A certain way. I always listen to. If I want to be like really, really hyped up, I'm going to listen to something on Certified Lover Boy. That shouldn't mean anything, by the way, about me. But okay, yeah. I always listen to something on if I just want to be hyped up. If I want to look in, I listen to Donda, the Kanye West thing.
I don't know what you guys like about Kanye West, because
he just fell off. I acknowledge he fell off. But
Kanye West was good when he released those albums like College Dropouts. That type of Kanye.
I feel like that wasn't
peak Kanye.
I was begging belonging. I was overforcing belonging then. There are certain songs that I like about that music then, but right now there are like I relate more with, there is that album with the cover art of I Hate Being Bipolar, It's Awesome. That's like a peacemaker when I listen to it. Like I don't know, like okay, I used to listen to those songs. I think it's my version of all these, by the way. That was my high school music. I Hate Being Bipolar, It's Awesome. I don't know the name of that album. I think that's the name.
That's one where he's wearing
it's just mountains.
There's one that he has where he's wearing a teddy bear head.
That is College Dropout. The one with She Take My Money.
That's the one.
When I'm in need.
Yeah.
That's Jamie Foxx. Lord, she drive now. Friend in need.
No,
I gotta go, nigga.
Anyway, I changed it to Traveling Beach indeed.
But
so,
yeah.
To get into today's thing, while we're on the topic, well, on the minor side, it's about being popular and all, yeah? So today's about fame and influence. What do you think of the two? Is there a difference between fame and influence?
Yeah. Fame is more leaning towards, fame is more reckless. Influence is more attached to reputation. Like, what do they know you for? Who do they know you as? What impact? I think the difference there is impact. Every influential person has an impact, but not every famous person has an impact. Yeah, that's what I think.
So which one would you rather be? Famous or influential?
I think I would be comfortable. Okay, I think we are all influential in a certain way.
Yeah.
We all influence people a certain way. Yeah.
Okay, like, I mean, on a grand scale, things like TV, right? No, like, I think they call themselves trendsetters. Someone comes up with something and they just spirals.
I think we no longer have trendsetters. Do you know that?
What do you mean?
We no longer have, because trendsetters and TikTokers, one disappeared into the other.
They blended.
Something of that sort. You cannot, it is difficult to identify the source of a trend, because most times people who jump on it are TikTokers, so they own it. Have you seen the original video for Technology? Have you seen it?
I don't think so, no.
You see? But you've heard it.
I've had the sound and the memes and that. No?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, they are so blended. So, okay, I like to be of influence, but to a minimal level, to a very subjective level. I don't want to be famous because I don't want to lose my private life.
Maybe you can still be famous and still be private.
That's difficult.
There are two artists that I've seen. Hanuman Kind, Big Dogs. Right? You know him, yeah?
I think you showed him to me last time.
Yeah. Wait a minute. This is how you live it. 10 toes, you know, standing on. That guy. Then there's some other guy called Grisha. Now, Grisha is one of those underground artists. He's a rapper, but he's really good, right? But everyone on the internet only knows him as Grisha. You see, like, he has a different face for his personal life.
There is levels to famous. You're talking about food famous kind of people. You get like they only break out for the lovers of maybe that genre of music, that genre of that particular aspect. But like if you're looking at famous people, like the way they have themselves on lists, like an
A-listers,
A-list celebrity,
B-listers.
a B-list celebrity, and that sort of thing. I feel like when you're looking at those people, because now that's what you're talking about, like the bigger picture. You do not have. You can maintain a certain level of privacy, but you are not totally immune to people's projections and thoughts and things of that sort. So for me, the reason I don't want to be much of an influencer is because I don't want to be taken so seriously, because I don't want to be so serious. It doesn't make sense to me anymore.
Why so serious?
Like I just don't enjoy it so much. Like I've been so serious for a big portion of my life. I've not been like, there are things I'm stuck to, yes, but I've just learned that life is more fun when you are loose about it. You're the only one taking things serious, man.
So you want to be a clown now?
I've always been like, there's always a clown in me. Like he has always been there. He has always been projected. Just that he was never owned, but now he is owned. He's accepted. He's embraced.
The pantheon.
He's embraced.
Is there a difference between famous and popular?
Famous and popular. Yeah.
What's the difference?
I believe you can be famous out of the blue, like just because you set a trend, but you can be popular on grounds of love. I think popular comes from a backdrop of attitudes, like how do we feel about this guy? Yeah, so you could say Drake is famous, but he's not that popular because you guys have given to calling him a PDF. I've just learned that acronym on X.
What's a PDF?
You don't know a PDF? I'll leave you hanging there. Think about it. You don't know a PDF?
PDF.
I didn't say that. But
Fido?
PDF is what I said. I did not choose any other word. Okay, but yeah, like the world knows him because of the A minor. You get?
But that doesn't make him a pedo, yes?
It doesn't make him one, but it is more of libel. It's more of slander. So it's going to make him come off as a bad person. So that being said, he's not going to be popular in certain audiences,
Because
but
just
he remains
presume.
famous. Yes, but he remains famous. So I feel like Drake would give the best example of fame and popularity. Yeah, because initially he was a popular guy.
Genuinely like.
We all danced to his music. I like Drake. I've even liked him more after the beef.
The only song that I've liked so far that he has released is What Did I Miss?
He
genuinely cried about his feelings being hurt by his friends.
He has always been on that stuff, by the way. I think I said loving Drake when there's this song. It's more of I'm forgetting the name of the song, but it's like a grill freestyle kind of thing. But that's when I actually got into him. I listened to Scorpion. I listened to, if you're listening to this, like that's when I actually embraced him. But I was not rating him that much. But when I realized the hate he's receiving is a hate anyone at the top gets, I actually liked him more. Yeah.
So you're the one representing the underdogs. Love for the underdog.
Any lovers of Drake out there, I love you too.
Certified lover boy.
I never liked CLB, by the way, because he dropped with Donda and I was Team Kanye at that time. So yeah, but now I listen to it a lot.
What would you do for fame?
Ideally, I think the closest thing I could do for fame is, I really can't identify unless you gave me like 2 situations. Like, could you do this for fame or that? But I can't say because I feel like there are limits. But then I've done some crazy things to just impress friends when we're having a good laugh. So I don't know.
But I feel like that's different. Because I've been seeing people who would do particular things just for the need to get known about it. Now, think of it more like in high school, right? We had this child. It was like after visitation day and he got relaxer, right? And he relaxed his hair.
Boy,
Yeah,
madness.
I think he wanted to do that foreign curls, like that Afro curly type of thing, but not the actual 1960s type of thing where it falls, but like just the top part. It went south. He overdid it, and it rained and it poured. You know, he had typical Asian hair, the one that if you do this, it's in the front. You do this, it's at the back, right? And it got him popular or famous. I don't know, but like it got into a point where
Everyone was trying to check him out.
yeah, like what the fuck were you on, bro? And it got so bad that he had to trim his hair because it got out so much. The teachers noticed, and they couldn't get to him because his hair was minimal. But just put him in a very uncomfortable position than what he thought it would, right? So, in that type of perspective, what would you do for fame?
I don't think I would do something like I would do it because of the hard, like because it's a group of people. If it's a group of people, I might do it because they have influenced me to do it. But for fame, I think I have not yet gotten to that point where I do it for fame. I've not yet, because okay, I can't relate. I can't imagine a scenario because I've had this question before, and it only made sense maybe when someone is somewhere. Let's say now, like we've made it as a pod and what, and numbers are big, and then you're looking back and you're like, man, I did
Side
that.
note, we're going to make it.
You have to make it, man. Come on, man. Like, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, to push us, man. Please, please, please. Anyway, I've not gone so. I've not yet gotten to that point. I won't lie.
Were you known in high school? Like primary,
Can we leave high
secondary?
school? Because high school I was known.
You were known for?
That's why I want to leave this.
What were you known for?
You know, like in primary school I was known. Okay, let's first go back to nursery school. Nursery school I was known. I was a very, very good actor.
Give us context. Which nursery school?
I was at Kampala Kindergarten. Yes, very proud of my school. Anyone watching this that's from there, I swear, reach out. Come to our TikTok DM or something. Reach out. I don't know where you people are. You guys all went to international schools. I don't know if I can still fit in anymore. But yeah, I was a very good actor there. So I was actually, I was at Damson Idris levels. Like they needed me. You get me? But like for real, like I was like a very good actor. In my final year, I was a sheikh, and I was speaking Arabic.
How old were you?
I was born in O2.
No, like I mean.
That's like, I think I was like 6'5", 6 maybe.
And you're the actor?
Yes, I was like the lead role. Brave. I was levels. Single sex school did things to me. I became shy. Primary school, it was basically because I was called Chelsea, and I had my P1. I was best English speaker. That has all I've been known. Has been all I've been known for. Yeah, technically. O level was mainly a hostel thing, especially my first 2 years because I was very naughty. That's the stage. A level, I'd like to put that aside, yeah, and ask you, what are you known for in school?
So you actually did A level. You shifted. Complete the cycle.
No, but A level, let's put it aside because okay, it was not a bad thing.
For all those Mengonians out there, if you know why Chelse and Jafar unknown in school, please put it in the comments.
It was not a bad thing still, so you can drop it there. No one will read it. What are you known for?
If I'm being, let me say, kindergarten. I won't lie. I wasn't anywhere. I was like, and then
you're just a statistic.
Yeah, just a number
One
in the
of us.
dial. Primary, primary, it was the same thing, to be honest. I remember I went through my primary at Waterford, and like there were like
Waterford people.
Waterford guys by them, and I put the link in the group, but they don't follow, they don't say anything. There's only one guy, it's called Levi. It's a Jesus, man. I'm a Levi. Hi, what's up? Anyway.
The rest of you, we have left you. Look for our content, man.
Anyway, so like, in the whole of primary, I was mostly close to 2 people, because I was in the same primary school from kindergarten, middle there.
Up to P what?
P6?
Madness.
Yeah.
Hey, I've always imagined myself in, oh, wish. I
Like,
can't.
P6, third term?
How did it feel? Like,
To be in the same school?
in the same school, like,
To be honest,
don't you feel stagnated? Like
it was home.
that is life.
It was home.
Day
Like,
boarding.
as in day. As a day kid.
In a way, yeah.
And that was it. I was there with my big brother. Well, he tagged in later on. But I
Hey,
used to
big
very
man,
much.
thank you for watching our content here.
It's called Simon. Big up.
Tell everybody around you to follow this, you get me?
Anyway, so then I shifted schools, right? I went to much in the junior. As in, that's after we shifted and left our old house.
Shout out to everybody there.
MJS, right? So got to MJS, and now that's the thing. I don't know if I was famous in MJS. I don't know. I remember the scenario that made me get like, okay, I think it got worse in P7, because by then I never had glasses, right? So I got there for P6. Everyone thought I was going to fail. I nailed it. I went to P7, right?
That man had haters from day one.
I went to P7, right? So P7, I had a very confusing time. I felt sick. I had a very chronic period of sickness, consistency from eyes, malaria, a lot of things, right? And I got nicknamed by a very mean teacher. It's called Teacher Alex. I still remember him. I got nicknamed Absent Ntegi.
He's now present. He's now present.
I got named Absent Ntegi, right? But then during that time, I was known on and off.
There was rhyming that, have you realized? He was onto something, by the way. He had bars. Absent Ntegi. Like, absent Ntegi. You get, like, he had bars.
But like, so I remember the one time whereby I got like publicly put out there, more less than often, was now in MJS we used to have a policy whereby we would do a paper like on a Monday, we do corrections on Tuesday, and then we do the same paper on a Wednesday. But as of Monday, you understand? The same paper. So I won't lie, my head was known for math. That was it. So I remember in the first paper,
one of me.
In the first paper, I think I got like a 30, like a 30 or 40 there, right? So Tuesday, we do corrections, right? Wednesday, they give us the same paper. The same paper. Question 1 to the last question.
I relate.
Yeah? And I scored less than my initial mark.
How bad does it have to be?
I scored, I think, okay, the marks have skipped my mind, but like, think of it more in the perspective of I had like 30, and then I got like 20 or like 15 in the redo, right?
So you guys call it a redo, eh?
Yeah.
That's why you should call it a retest. It only happened once. So
everyone was mad, right? People were laughing. I have my guy who laughed the most was called Ramsey. He laughed, right? To the point the math teacher took me to the headmistress.
How bad does it have to be? It becomes an administrative issue.
And this chick asked me, politely, what is wrong with you?
How can we help? Where did it all go wrong?
And then she asked me, what is wrong with you?
Bro, the botanical name, like, what is wrong, my guy? Like,
it was mad, right? Because You know the point that they would keep questions, right? They would keep the questions and the question paper. You'd hand them in. So she had the paper where I wrote correction. And this one where I failed. She's like, but you wrote the correction. What is wrong? You know? And then we came back to class, and then she like made a whole fuss about it. This boy is not serious. Da, 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 da. And she gave an example of how I was going to fail. Like tab and the
This
like.
guy is crying. Because please come.
It was like, I think that was like the maddest primary story I have. Like anywhere, because man, it was mad.
Quick question.
Mhm.
At what point in high school did you start rating 30s?
Did I?
Start rating 30s like it is not a bad mark after all.
From two, from three.
I knew you and me.
From two, from three.
Now me. Okay. I used to be a mediocre guy in primary school, like not so bad, but like cream of the mediocre group. Then I go to secondary school, Mango. So Form 1 wasn't so bad, but Form 1 we were underrating marks. Over 50, this guy performed badly, man. I had my boys. One was called Ezra, one was called Olivier. These guys were sharp guys. So Ezra and Olivier sit on the same desk. I think Ezra was from KPS, and Olivier was from, I'm forgetting the name of the school. And there was another guy called Jesse Tusoria. Now, Jesse was like my guy. We came together from Namiliango. So that's how because the guys now who used to sit behind me were my bullies. Like that guy is now a big guy. He's in the basketball league. He's called Rab J. Another guy is called Kato. A guy passed away, my used to rest in peace. He's called Baitao. Those guys were my bullies, but they were like nice bullies. They would bully you today, then tomorrow they lend you money when you're broke. Like, so the relationship was a working one. But I was like, man, I'm not going to associate with these guys. I got into this guy's group. You guy, I felt dumb. Now we made it to Form 2, and I was so bad at math. My dad picked me, took me from his home to my math teacher's home. It's called Mr. Chove. It's now a reverend, man. Crazy things. So this guy, you are teaching me math from his home. His home, like I was with him in the holidays. The Ezras were at home and they were seated, chilling. They were doing everything they wanted to do. I was studying. I was looking in on math. I used to underrate 30s, but all the time I never got above 30, above 25 in math. Like my whole Form 2. Now I'm talking like Form 2 second term, holiday, going to third term. Then I come back. First paper, I've been with Mr. Chove at his yard learning math. Got 15. Midterm, I get 8%. Bro. I was like, what in the education is going on? Now, that's when I actually looked at it like, okay, I'm giving up on education at this point. Like I should start thinking about other things. But okay, getting back to what you're talking about. Okay, in school, I feel like maybe in school there are things I did for fame, but they were more of like the right path, especially in primary school. Like I knew I was very good at English, so that was my way to eat. Something in nursery school, like acting. Secondary school, I think one thing that actually made me go out there Form 1, Form 2 was the fact that I had thinking, I had stopped studying. My dad should not watch this. I had stopped studying and started playing Pasa. But I got so bad at FIFA, like everybody knew me. I was levels. Even men who had taught me were acknowledging. So I feel like that was when I actually went farthest, like school famous, hostel famous, like scared Pasa. Like I was beating everybody. I think that's like the sharpest I went for fame. I don't want to put a level in this.
Yeah.
That should not. That's a different. That's another topic that should not be discussed. But yeah.
So primary ends, right? Go to secondary. Secondary O level as at Budo. I did do.
Shout out to everybody.
There were a bit of like shifts in between, but when I got there, my big brother was studying. Well, he had just left.
Simon still.
Nah, the one who's older is called Gideon. So Gideon was one of those popularly stubborn
Parents
kids.
must love the Old Testament.
Bruh.
I'm in the kitchen. But that's a divinity student's joke, by the way. I never did divinity, but because I have bars, it could relate.
So he had left the school, right? But he had friends who are in like O level and now in A level, right? So when I get there, he came with me on the very first day and we chat about. But like this is where I said that I think I was like destined for stardom. I'm not even trying to be funny, right? I'm being factual, right? So I never had a uniform. So I had to attend like I think my first 2 to 3 days in layer clothes. Whereas everyone else was like in uni, I was just there. I remember I was in a white tee.
Correction. Let's respect slang. I told you I have an affection with slang. That was Yuna.
Uniform. I say uniform and say Yuna. So everyone was in uniform, right?
It is okay. Go on.
So I was in a white tee and black sweats because that was like the coolest things.
The casual thing.
Yeah, the casual wear. So for like 2 to 3 days, right? So I was, what is this kid, right? Then, once I got the uniforms and whatnot, now my brother was in Form 2. By then I was in Form 1. So by then he was part of like the cool boys, like those upcoming stars in school, right? He had a gang with a very bogus name. They were called the Moccasins Gang.
Creativity.
Not the moccasins, but like remember by like Form 2, that was 2017. Okay, for them, the first it was 2016, right? Those were moccasins that began to trend towards Clarks.
Which class?
By then, first we were in Form 1.
Form 1. You guys got on it late. For us,
Miss Primo,
Namiliango Junior Boys, Kinder, bruh. We started rating moccasins in P4. When none of us had them, P4 there was this guy called Ayeni. Ayeni was crazy. Like he had big bros. So I think these guys were putting him on some crazy stuff, man. Songs, what? Ayeni is the one who put us on bangers. Ayeni is the one who put, like, he's the one who told us that's a moccasin. We started looking at people's shoes. In P4, someone comes, a moccasin. Like, you could come looking like a 2 on your worst day. But with a moccasin, we would qualify as a 9. We would all rate you. Now, when the first moccasin touched our class, I think it was Ayeni still. We're in P6. Bro, God's status. A moccasin. In that school. And they sort of lost value by P7. People were over having them. I think I also got some. I had Sebagos. I think towards my end of Tugai, I used to treasure those things. Sebagos, the Docksides have a similar look. They are bots, but they have that moccasin look, like the moccasin trim. So that's when we actually started rating moccasin.
And for them, it was like they are from direct, so they were called the moccasin guy. But I think he was dressed in a Timberland by then,
Moccasin still?
Yeah, moccasin
Madness.
still. So it was rated, right? So he would come by and check on me in class, right? That was status, That was like, you're like League 1, right? So that was 1. 2, I told you my brother was there, right? So my brother had, by that time there were girls in A level. Now that's the time where we all had those little cliques, right? Now that clique was the posh girls, right? And then they had there were 2 cliques, but both of them were acquainted to me, like they knew me, right? So they would come and occasionally check on me and whatnot. And so I was like the O-leveler, hang out with the A-leveler, right? So it was mad right there.
But were you guys mixing levels? Like was it okay? Because I've had discussions with like friends who went to like real trad school for secondary school, and they were like, "Man, we would not mix levels." What do you mean? You are in Form 6 and you're trying to mix with us in Form. You are in Form 3. We are in Form 6 and you're trying to mix with us. What are you doing on our block? That was some long story, by the way. Like they would beat people. Were you guys doing that stuff?
Form 6 is beating.
No, like
Form 3 is beating 6.
That association
of
you can't be Form 3 and you're chilling on a Form 6 block.
Yeah, that was there. But now with me, the thing was like you know that thing of like a brother kind of status. This is the way
there was like protection. This is blood.
Yeah,
so
like don't let you slide, but like be there for like a moment. Like don't get too comfortable. Just be on the edge. So what's up, then you dip, right?
See, for those reasons is why I rate Mango. Like Mango SS is the place that's going to give you a touch of what the world is. Like you just a fucking drop in the big fat ocean, bro. Mango a Form 2 can step on you and distance. Looks at you waiting for you to say something. Like that's the boldness Mango kids have. And you can't do shit. You're going to look at him, shake your head as someone that's after you don't want to get ashamed that you're going to be beaten and you walk away.
I know, but like I feel like those guys over Buena, man, we used to bully those kids at the canteen. Because like, you know, like you'd come and step there, right? And this kid steps in and you're like so all of you be like
the man has that mature approach as if a 30-year-old in school oppressing.
But anyway, so back to it. These girls became my friends, right? So that was also like another identification factor, right? Then again all of this happened in term 1, right? The by then head boy was called, I think it was called Winter Wamada, something like that, right? But like he was my
G. Parents like cooking. Because what is Winter Wamala? What in the W's is that? Parents and cooking names.
He became my ID, right? To the point he began telling people I was his baby brother, or like a cousin or something, right?
Yeah, those relations in school.
Cousins, just like that.
Yeah. I have people that just because of our acquaintance, like our parents' acquaintances or friendships, stuck as cousins. Like they're blood relations.
That's them then, right? So I had those 3 factors, right? So the A-level guys couldn't touch me because, you know, HP. So less, bro. The girls, now the Form 5 boys began befriending me to get to these girls as well. You know? Then, Kali. Now the one reason why I became, now those reasons why I became
feel like
popular.
You're cooking. I feel like there's a big reason you want to tell us that you're not chatting.
Because now the biggest reason.
Yes, sir.
The reason why I got very, very popular or famous.
Yes, sir.
In school was because I was the first Form 1 who had a public girlfriend. By the end of orientation, I had a girlfriend.
Man, a bad man. From day one. Man, a bad man.
I got a girlfriend. I don't want to name drop.
Shout out to you! I know you're locked in. I know you're watching it. He has gone places. You should holler at him some of these days, man. One of these days, give him a call, man. So, he's a model. He's Mr. Mubs. He's a YouTuber. He's a podcaster. Bruv. It might be your loss. Give him a ring.
I began to this girl, right? And she was a really lame girl by then, right? All the Form 2s, Form 3s were all rating her, right? And you know, like those Form 1 kids who now get to know, like, who hung up with the Form 3 boys, you know? A kind of like A-level status, right? And then she was my girl, right? Everyone knew that. Man. Now by then, I still called Josh, right? Like, that's just.
Is this how you're going to explain to us how you got called Jafar? Please say yes.
No. That's a story for another time.
Come.
But like, it tagged it, right? So I was known fastest guy, right? On the block. Now, our classes used to be like in sort of like a metallic cage because of bullying. There were like 2 gates, and our classes were in like those fences. So it was called.
So wild, you needed caging. Madness.
So it was called the zoo, right? So usually they would go at night. One guy as the zookeeper.
You, my lord, as a star of the zoo. And just like also go down on his knee like, yes, sir.
So, just like that, I got tagged as Mr. Zoo. Right?
You were knighted as.
So Mr. Zoo was like the hardest guy in Form 1.
Man has been Mr. Mubs from day one. This is how the story starts, by the way. If you guys have not gotten an inspirational story for Mr. Mubs, you're getting it. Man was Mr. Zoo. Go on.
So that's like that. Like now people even didn't know my name. All they knew was that kid was Mr. Zoo. Be like Mr. Zoo Wagwan, Mr. Zoo what's up? So that was it.
Right? Like Mr. Mubs Wagwan.
Let's start. I'm going to think I already checked the competition. So that pushed it its way, right? So I became like that to a point as a teacher. I don't like you still. It was called Mr. Swale.
Heal.
That almost felt premeditated. Anyway, now I'm telling you, this man, I think he got close to traumatizing me, right? He got very close to it because he beefed me. There's the time when I can prep, right? So these girls came. So I was being used by these ones to copy their notes, right? They would bring notes. By then, I was copying Napoleon notes. I didn't know. So they would bring to me and they give me books. Like, man, help us copy. And we had time in Form 1, right? You just sit there. So I'd get my buddies who had like good handwritings. I give out like 3 books. I also get a book. So all of prep. You see me there touching and writing, but I'm just copying notes, right? So this one time.
On the grind.
And this one time they come to class. But I think they're like 5, right? So that shit would never happen, right? So 5 level girls just crossed into the zoo.
All the baddies here for Mr. Zoo, innit?
Come, right? Come to my class, and then they know. Because remember, he was in doing one of these guidance speeches in prep, right? He would come and chat, bro, from like 7 to 9:30.
I think every school hires someone of that sort.
No, but he was our class teacher. So my man would come and I think he would just come and vent to us about life. I won't lie, bro.
Vent is crazy.
Come and vent to us. So my man was there, right? Laying his heart out on us.
One man was thinking he was counseling you people, preparing you for life.
He was venting, bro. I swear, like I think the things he failed to do and wanted to do them, he was telling us not to do them, so to be as miserable as the man.
You should heal. Because this is hate.
So, man, so I remember he was in class, right? So the girls walking, right? 5. The girls
things.
They're like, what do you want? He's like, we're looking for Jonathan. They're like, who? Like, actually, they first called me Josh. They're looking for Josh. Like, who's Josh? Like, Jonathan. Jonathan who? Ntegi. So my man didn't know who I was, right? So he's like, where's Ntegi, Jonathan, Joshua? I'm like,
The government name, the personal name, the botanical one.
And by then I went like, as a liquor man, right? As in told, as a liquor man.
Standing at 4'5".
Like, it's me. It's like, I'm calling you. I said it's. I heard that, like, the books. So in my head, I didn't know that I had to be subtle about this shit, right? That's kind of like, books, right? As if, so my buddies just hand me like 2 books each, right? I woke up with like 6 books, manuscripts, like this in the hand. They're like, come, we go, right? Because I think it was like almost end of prep. We leave. So I think
he didn't come back.
My man's heart got hard, right? He was feeling it in his chest.
Some of you don't know that trolls are out there watching you.
I didn't know. That's the thing I'm telling you. I didn't know better, right? So my man, the next prep, he comes back and he's like, who are those girls?
Next prep?
I'm like, bro.
He slept on it.
Brood. Meditated, right? He comes and he's like, who are those girls? I'm like, I won't lie to you. They're my friends. They're my cousins. That's their state. That's what's up. Like the books, I'm like, I wanted me to help them copy notes, right? And he was skeptical about it, right? So now that was when we had those couplers list and BT, right? So as a sharp guy,
coupling was a mad thing, by the
bro,
way.
fucking mad.
Schools. Hey.
So I was a criminal, but I never got caught. I never had a red hand, bro. That was just as clean, my brother. Well, my two brothers had like patterned me as straight, as clean. I never write. I would throw lines in real time.
Man, get me.
Like there would be no evidence linking me to anyone, right? And the fact that I had befriended very many girls in class, you couldn't tire me. Because you'd see me with this one, you're like, I was nowhere and everywhere at the same time, right? So the couplers list, right? So mans get tagged. Like 6 names, right? Whoever the spy was a fucking good one, right? Both names, government, all of it. I was tagged 6 names. So now, and by the time we're in like a free lesson. So that's when, so like this is like
Bro, I hope you went and joined the CIA.
Now
Why is in school, man?
They began calling what? Form 1 couplers. Bro, Chigoli, right? They give you a Museveni cut.
But you lose your game.
You lose it. They had to look for ways of demoralizing the man, right? They would weed out
that
everything.
The best tactic. Bro. Make you very unattractive.
They would bud it at its root.
It become a joke.
Bro, they were mentor, right? So they call what? So you see guys going out in pairs, they come back scratching buttocks, everyone's in pain, tears. The lovebirds are like hate birds. They don't even want to see themselves, right? So then I was like, yeah, it's not come. I'm like, nah, it's not, you know, it's not like that. I get cold. Right? I'm like, shit. Now, as a criminal, but I never go to court. Now, there's a difference between being a criminal and getting caught and not getting caught. Because when you're caught often, you get that exposure and experience to keep calm in such situations.
Composure. Yeah. Cool, calm and collected.
Now, when you're the other type of criminal, the ones that you're too good, you're not known, you lack that experience. You don't know how to keep
compose yourself, yeah.
I got called in this, right? I walk in. I remember there were like 3 guys. There was a guy called Teacher Samuel Mukasa. He was like the brainiac of the school. He was a physics teacher. Really sharp guy. Right? He was like fucking Sherlock. We had there was a music teacher. I don't remember her name, but like, you know, those teachers who just put themselves everywhere in everyone's bees. That one, she was there, and some other like 3 guys.
I like to think of them as hysterics. Go on.
Yeah. So I walk in, and they're like, "Hey, young man, how are you?" Like I said, very little. Right? They're like, "Very small man. Why do you have 6 girls on your list?" 6 girls, and they were like, "How does a small man like you convince 6 girls?"
What? It became body shaming now.
Yes! They wanted to know my secret. The secret.
Man is living with a male syrup all his life.
So they call me, and I get them, and I almost cried, bro. I was scared. I was trembling, right? And they're like, "Why even want to call your class? First lie down. First give me there like 5." I was like, and now, you know, from 1, we're going to expel you. We're going to call your mother. Man, the whole world.
That whole time you're thinking about your parents, like,
you know,
my mom shows up right now.
Fucked, bro.
Hell is open.
So I was in tatters, bro. Right? So they're like 6 girls, but I'm like, sir, I'm not dating anyone. I'm single. I'm not dating anyone.
I am single.
I'm like, no. So, but now the most painful part was these guys were having a laugh in like, my moment of terror.
Like, you're that dramatic.
And the fact that they were laughing, it scared me more.
All the time you're crumbling. These guys are
going to kick me out.
Grinning.
So
now I can only imagine.
You have the prefect, right? Like, go call them. My man goes to class, reads out their name, and none of them were in class. He comes back and he's like, the girls are not in class. So they're like, go look for your girlfriend, right? I look at the list, and all of these girls were all A-levelers, because I knew them by like government name, right? I'm like, so these ones are all my A-level friends. He's like, go call them. So I first, clean the red eyes, tears.
Composure, trying to compose yourself so that you look like aura farming. So that you present yourself in some bit of aura.
You don't look like you were I was on my knees, right? So I get up, clean myself, and then I go to the A-level block, right? From 5 class. And knock. Now we used to have some hideous uniforms. There's a white shirt, sky blue tie, sky blue pants, right? We get there, knock. Like, what do you want, young man? I'm like, I'm looking for the girls. Like, the one who was closest to was called I think she's called Nachitaka or Nabitaka Sheila. Hi, Sheila. So I knock, and then I'm like, I want to talk to Sheila. She's like, Sheila? Look at her. She's like, what's up? So they see me and I'm in tatters, bro. Right? They're like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? I'm like, man.
You're breaking down.
Like, man, I had cried for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes straight, bro. There's no composure you'd have to clean yourself up like that. So we get there, and then the girls, right? I tell them like, man, this and this and this, they've called us, and they say we are dating in DC. Now even them, they laughed. They laughed. It was mad, right? So she goes in and calls all of them. She's like, who was on the list? I list down. Now I think on the list, I think there were like, I remember like 3 by name. There was Sheila, there was Stacy, and I think Emanuela, and then like some extra ones, right? So I get there and they call all of them, right? The whole clique as they were.
The way you've name dropped them, you're reminding me of that. Who's calling my phone? Is it Stacy?
So they all come out, right? And they're like, what's up? So Sheila runs it by them. And they are mad, bro. Everyone's laughing, minus me. I'm like, you don't know how serious this shit is. We are going to get expelled.
So standing at 5 foot, looking at these 6 footers, taking things for granted.
So we walk, right? And these girls are laughing, right? Me, I'm there. I'm Solomon.
There are no jokes here, by the way.
Like, I am dead. We get to DC, right? And now my class teacher, that short man, was in the room, seated there, grinning, knowing that I was
a fucked guy.
Yeah. It was called Mr. Swelle. He was an art
teacher. For your downfall.
So I get in the room, and then the A-level girls walk in. So it becomes a joke instantly. Everyone just starts laughing. Now, to me, at that age, I didn't know what was funny. I'm like, my education is at stake. My education is at stake, guys. I'm going to get expelled, right? I get there, and then they greet themselves. And they're like, so? What's going on? Like, these are the girls on the list. So my man reads out their names. Sheila, they're like, so. I'm like, so. Everyone was stared, right?
This polygamous lad.
And when the teacher goes, so you says like, so all of you are dating this little boy. That's when the whole DC laughed. Right? And the only 2 people who aren't laughing were me and my class teacher.
My class guy was locked in.
My class teacher wasn't laughing because he was embarrassed.
Hey.
Yes!
I tell you embarrassed for what?
What do you mean? A Form 1 pulled Form 5s.
On your what?
5! Do you know what that was, bro? There is no astronomical way that was possible.
Absolute recklessness.
So he was there, boiling with embarrassment. Me, it was fucking terror. So now they ask them, what's your relationship with this boy? I'm like, this one is our little brother. We eat with him in the DH. He helps us copy notes sometimes. This and that. So they lay it down. And you could clearly tell. And by the time they walked in, the teachers were now just having a laugh because they knew Lico Man had no game to pull this beard thing. There's no way my man would pull a girl them like that on that scale. So then we leave. They're like, Kale, you go back. You go. They never apologized. But to me,
they had tormented you, put you through abuse.
Bro, I'm telling you, I was scared.
All the time my CIA boy was also laughing, grinning from the... Do you know him up to... Like, you know the guy?
I don't know the guy. But like that
is what they call a successful operation.
I'm telling you, that's the thing. I was terrified, but I still kept on dating my girl, right? Until when we broke up and whatnot. But like, so now...
Like I said, call him, man.
So for like all those factors combined, I became very popular, right? That was Form 1, something with Form 2, Though it was, I think it got to a point whereby I was infamous with my peers because I would not associate with my peers. I had like my gang of like 5 guys. There was a guy called Kawaya Lewis, another girl called Amon or Jangole. Then there was Kelvin, Cavalli.
Shout out.
I think I'm saying like 2 other guys. But those were my G's.
Gang.
Only. That was it. That was gang. You weren't part of it. I don't fuck with you if you're not farm, click or sit. You know your biz, I know mine. Don't step on me, I won't step on you. That was it. Then Form 3 happens. Now that's when like the newcomers came in, right? So I had my boys from like
Other schools,
right? So
I'd go back, brothers.
I'd go back, collect slang, right? Absorb it, then drop down in good, right?
I relate.
And I was the hard guy.
Okay, me, I was just forcing it. There
wasn't
was no
that-
hardness, but okay, I won't say forcing it, but it was something I was doing because of people I was living with. So because of that, at a point, I recall people laughing at my slang
For real.
because it was not making sense
To them, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I got red and I collected aura. But then we didn't know by now to be aura, right? I'd come back.
like any other farmer.
I'll be that guy dishing out, right? And then now the fact that now that helped me to befriend the newcomers. Now, those newcomers would come in from different schools. I came from St. Cyprian, I came from Smark, I came from Go.
That's the thing.
They would come in, right?
So being chopped by this is your episode. If you've ever been chopped, this is your
Shout
episode.
out.
You need to watch this.
To all the choppies. So all of them, right? I was like the startup point. That whole new game button, right?
Hey.
When you arrive, Jafar was now man them to link to, right? I knew this. We would connect and I would introduce you from your high state society to our local community. Right? Because I was like, but there was a local school.
Welcome to the ends.
I'll be that guy. I'll be like the starting road. I'll be like, welcome to the yard, brother. Come, let me show you, right? So that also, it got me popular. And we finished it like that. But like, my classmates didn't like me. I know all of you didn't like me.
You man are haters. You get me? You man are haters.
But like, not like all of them, but like the biggest percentage.
The biggest percentage.
Like, you know, like those kids.
Why do you reckon they hated?
On multiple incidences. Some of them are going to get personal, but I'm going to run by you like 3.
Girl, number 1. 2.
So, yeah. Now, I don't know if you have enough time, but
sometimes you feel like you've touched a venom cover. Have you seen his reaction?
you know, like, first of all was the gap. My brother guys, most of them look like they went and caught game too late.
And they got into it like, yeah.
Most boys got sharp by like they are Form 2. Okay, no, Form 3, Form 4. That's when like mans began to peak, right? Everyone was in like top tier performance. Man was in Form 2. That was the start. That's when I knew how to lay down strategy and game. I see you, I wanted you, I had to have you. That was standard.
Have you heard? That's abusive. I see you, I want you, I have to have you. Come.
That was commitment as straight to the core, right? So by the time
Anyway, it's important to know what you want, man.
By the time like the boys caught on, I already had that casticide head of my guy thinks it's slick. That guy is hanging out with my is a guy who's called the red. I didn't like you.
This is not about you, brother.
That guy, right? Let me tell you, that man could have killed me in case he had a shotgun in school. That type of Dexter murder of I want to just slay your intestines.
You had a knife. They've gotten
I
stabbed
get
sometime
stabbed in a bathroom, bro. That's how bad it was. Now, my God. Okay.
We have a whole ep, by the way, about school beef. Because, man, that's some crazy thing.
Bro, it's true, right? So now, just skim through it. My man liked a girl. He was slow. Told me to help him vibe. I threw shot.
And you pulled your friends.
No. Let me tell you, I'm a real man because I have never stolen any man them's girl. Never. Even when they're now for them they don't know it, but even when their girl tried to shoot shots at me, I'll be like, for their hood and their bro, none.
Quick question: the girl shoot shots at you? How to be honest?
You're putting me in the spot.
No, it's a question. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how often do girls shoot shots at you? Just give a number and we move on. That's 1 to 10.
6.
Who's calling this? Who's calling my shit? Who's calling my?
Anyway, moving on, right? So he failed to like link up with the girl. Like with the girl, the moment failed, it got beef, right? So that was 1. 2, minus the girl, the A-level thing, right? That's also another big problem.
A-level team generally or like A-level girl. Like you having A-level girl always like, man, like this guy is like up close to you. So
Yeah.
The girls themselves.
Girls too.
So it's okay. Third, I want to conclude.
In Form 1, the A-level guys came in class to do a rating, like to
opinion polls and stuff,
and interact type and whatnot, right?
Hey.
So they knew me. So as their go-to period, they didn't care about everyone else. They came to class and asked, "Who do you want to represent?" Right?
Mubs, this is yours.
Who do you want to represent? Like Form 1, as in interact club, right? So they're all like, Josh, straight up, no question, right? And the whole class, it was senior 1 West, all you motherfuckers were like, nah, we don't want my man.
Yeah, he's over standing on top of us.
So it went wild like that, and all of them just didn't like me. So I think I was more infamous
than you were famous.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, okay. Anyway, it adds up because I also recall in my primary school there was this guy. He's now going for priesthood. This guy was a prefect because now first there was no girl, so you had no point of you know. But ours was dominant, so is calling the shots because single sex boarding school is always like prison. Because it's like prison, there's always a lead prisoner. You get, yeah, like
prisoner 101.
You get the one that's next to our warden level. This guy was a prefect from P1 till he left.
Do you remember Top Boy Sugar?
That was that energy he was on. It got to a point where we were hating on him, and up to now, like when we are in our group chat, there are people who have not yet healed, just because like this guy over dominated, and you know when you're in power, not everybody's going to be happy with you. Like it got to that point. I don't want to name drop because my guy is going for priesthood.
You don't want to be like me.
No, like okay, for this person, it might get tricky for him if I name drop. But if you know, you get me. So like this guy also, he was famous, he was not popular, so to put it. And it got to that point and everyone was like, this guy? And now we sit back and you're like, you guys scare with us. We just didn't know our rights.
He was Omni-Man on the block, yeah?
He from P1. He dominated from P1. He just chose not to go for head boy because he knew we hated him. In P4, he almost lost his vote for class monitor. He was losing. He had lost actually. And the class teacher was like, why haven't you voted this guy? We're like, that guy's overruled us from P1. Which means he's doing something right. That guy is your new class monitor. Head loss. Head loss. We're like, but before, like, we hated him so much. It got to a point where you would, like, it was not about which stream you were in. It was about being in a different stream from that guy. Because it was guaranteed he was supposed to rule you guys and he was afraid of nobody. Like, you know, crossing up to, you know, it's a flex right now when you think, like, I actually never crossed paths with that guy. Like, we're that lucky. Like, okay, that's the crazy. Okay, I think it mainly comes out through the school examples because that's the most you've been exposed to social dominance and things of that sort. Yeah, but I think we conclude.
Do you believe the things that people do on social media are justified? Not like, give an example. The things that people do for these things, right? For like fame and popularity and whatnot. Back to the earlier question you had. Have you watched a movie called The Substance?
No.
Now, The Substance is about, I'm going to skim through it because at the time, right? The Substance was about a chick who was a supermodel. right? But then her time ran out. And then there's this company that came in and introduced a serum called the substance. And what it would essentially do is it would take you back to your prime decade years. Give or take, this woman was like 30, quite young if you look at it. But prime of a female body is like
25,
25,
6, 7, 8 by 29.
no, by like 23 there you'll be gone, right? Right there on the
But
slope.
until
But
now
like
there you-
peak performance is 25.
I feel like peak performance is 27, 28. By 29, you're ready. Pew! So,
I saw him. He loved to explain his puke sometimes, but I saw him. Anyway, right? So this woman goes into that period, right? And she gets cast off her show because she has been told she's old and she's out of thing. And I never thought about it when I joined the modeling industry, but there's a time I sat down with some guy who's in it, and he walked me through the procedure that you're not always going to be where you are in the modeling industry. Like you eventually have to step down and let someone else younger, more fresh and good looking to like step up in your place, right?
So I was telling you, modeling is more of something athletic than you think it is. That's the same thing as sports guys. By 30, you are old.
Okay, but anyway, so she goes in to get this serum, substance thing, right? She injects it now. It was a very long procedure. Injects in your spinal cord, get out spinal fluid, inject it. And the movie was distinctly made to be fucking disgusting. You guys should watch it. Right? So it would clone you.
Is that your most disgusting movie?
So far? Yes. It's the most, but I have the most disgusting one and I have the most scary one. They're two different things. The most scary one.
I prefer to talk about the disgusting. Scary is horrors. I don't.
No, it's not horror. It's more of a thriller. But fuck. Anyway, so the clone would crawl out of your back, the original body. The clone would climb out of your back. Okay, it lacked the conceptual facts of a movie. But if you watch those movies that are in form like of an allegory, that's how they are. Like they never make movie sense, but they have a message they're putting out there. It's like sinners. So she jumps out of the body and it's leaving. Like you had to leave, I think, a week in the bodies, right? And you'd have to transfer your consciousness from the clone to the older body, from the older body to the clone, but in a period of a week. But essentially, it happened that now, after she had done that, she went back to audition as a new model. And she got the gig, obviously. She was more experienced, knew what to do, and she got famous all the way. But to first cross it, eventually she died. She killed her old self because she believed there were two different people, right? But like one thing that the guy would really mention all the time is, you're not two, this is one. So you had to regulate your shift between bodies. But then in the movie, the way it was in understanding of the allegory was that people do not want to accept when it's their time. Because this woman was like 30, fine, granted, but she could have done something else with her life. She had mad money, right? But she still felt like she wanted to be in that spotlight, just for the sake of being adored, being a sex idol, something of the sort, right? So putting that into here, because eventually she killed herself, she appeared as a goblin. It was mad. You guys should watch it. But like, that was the thing of
how desperate she was to
stay
at the top of her game. Yeah,
exactly. And I feel like at a point, man, I can't do it because I'm not going to brag here, but I've always been that known figure in school, right?
Yeah, like Mr. Mubs or something like that.
You're laying it in. But like, it's been a consistent thing because even at Mango now, Mango's story is long. But it had its way that it piled up. Because I remember after Budo, I told myself, like, man, NPC level status. Stay quiet, stay low. Exactly.
A lot of statements have been made in those headlines.
A lot transpired and it just didn't work out, right? But I've seen people who have tried to get it. See someone genuinely flexing to actually get that status.
But sometimes it's natural. Like, I recall one time we're in literature class, Form 6, I think. When and people were taking up roles to read characters. It was a play. I think we're reading Richard III. And then this guy just grabbed at a role. I will not say if it was a girl or a boy. This person just grabbed at a role like, I want to be seen. That was their reason. They did not, because someone else had to read that part, but they read it and that was the statement they made. So some people just have it in them. It is natural drive. It's more like the Kim K argument that she has always wanted to be famous. That's why I don't say she forced that sex step, but people say the sex step was intentional.
She's a new one.
But stop watching porn. Because what is this? Have you seen the excitement you've asked? Just anyone. No, okay. Her first, like, what made her famous? Because she was already into reality TV. What made her famous was the thingy, the sex step. I think the guy was called Reggie. I'm forgetting the guy's name. But that sex step is what sold her out. She was already a rich kid. Dad was a rich lawyer and all that sort of thing.
And you meaning mom?
No. The mom is the Jenners. That is...
I've never understood that. By the
The
like
Kardashians, their father
different.
is, I think, Rob Kardashian.
The one who became female.
That is Jenner. I'm forgetting his... Bruce Jenner.
Bruce Jenner was the
dad.
That
is the father of
Kylie Jenner.
Kylie and I think Caitlyn. Yeah. But the Kardashians' father died. He's the father of the boy, of Kim and Kourtney.
There's a boy Kardashian.
Yeah, there's a boy Kardashian who was married to some chick called China. Forgetting.
Black China?
Yes, they had that thing. I think they even have a kid.
Yeah.
That is too plastic. That is a lot of silicone. Come on. No. But okay, you get my point. Like, I feel like for some people it's just natural drive, and for some people it's just occurs naturally. Yeah, that's how I view it. Yeah, see that thing for me, Mubs, isn't it?
But yes, thank you guys for watching. It has been a very lovely pod to have you here.
Yes, sir.
We're still at Crystal Lounge, guys. Crystal Lounge, the place to be, guys. I don't know why you guys don't come, but
Muje, man, Muje.
Mavagambe ifa baba to me because here we are known. Tell them the dogs.
It's that dog nation. Just tell them dog nation. Send me, you get me. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Tell your friends to subscribe. This is wholesome content.
Follow, like, comment, subscribe, anything.
If you are out there and you feel like you want to be hosted here, reach out to us, man. Our DMs are open, especially on TikTok.
We're idiots with brains.
Exactly.